The U.S. nuclear program began with the Manhattan Project, aimed at developing atomic weapons before Nazi Germany. It was launched during World War II when fears grew that Germany might succeed in building an atomic bomb first, prompting the United States, with support from the United Kingdom and Canada, to accelerate its own scientific and military research. The project brought together some of the greatest scientific minds of the time, including physicists such as J. Robert Oppenheimer and Enrico Fermi, who worked under extreme secrecy across multiple research sites. These sites included Los Alamos in New Mexico, Oak Ridge in Tennessee, and Hanford in Washington, each playing a specialized role in uranium enrichment, plutonium production, and weapon design. Massive financial and industrial resources were mobilized, making it one of the largest scientific undertakings ever attempted up to that point. The breakthrough came in 1945 with the successful Trinity test, the first detonation of a nuclear device in the New Mexico desert, which confirmed the feasibility of atomic weapons. This development quickly changed the course of the war and global military strategy, as nuclear capability introduced an entirely new level of destructive power that had never existed before in human history. The rapid advancement of the program also marked the beginning of the nuclear age, influencing scientific research, military planning, and international relations. In ways that continued to evolve throughout the following decades as other nations observed and responded to the United States' technological achievement, rapid growth of nuclear weapons. Stockpile during the Cold War as a deterrent against the Soviet Union became one of the defining features of U.S. military strategy in the second half of the 20th century. After World War II, rising tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union led to an intense geopolitical rivalry known as the Cold War, where direct large-scale warfare was largely avoided but military preparedness remained at its peak. In this environment, nuclear weapons became the central instrument of power and influence. The United States significantly expanded its nuclear arsenal, developing not only more powerful atomic bombs but also thermonuclear weapons, commonly known as hydrogen bombs, which were far more destructive than earlier designs. This rapid expansion was driven by the belief that maintaining a superior or at least equal nuclear capability would deter the Soviet Union from launching an attack. Military planners adopted the doctrine of deterrence, meaning that the sheer threat of devastating retaliation would prevent either side from initiating nuclear conflict. This led to an arms race, with both nations continuously increasing the number, variety, and delivery systems of nuclear weapons, including intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, submarine-launched missiles, and strategic bombers. The buildup also resulted in large-scale stockpiling, where thousands of warheads were produced and stored, far exceeding what would be necessary for conventional warfare. Scientific advancements, defense budgets, and technological competition all accelerated during this period, making nuclear capability a symbol of national strength and global influence. The concept of mutually assured destruction, MAD, shaped U.S. defense policies during the Cold War and became one of the most influential strategic doctrines in modern military history. MAD is based on the idea that if two opposing nuclear powers, such as the United States and the Soviet Union, both possess enough nuclear weapons to completely destroy each other, then neither side would risk initiating a nuclear attack. This is because any first strike would guarantee an overwhelming retaliatory strike, leading to total destruction on both sides. As a result, nuclear war would be irrational from a strategic point of view, since it would ensure the annihilation of both the attacker and the defender. The United States integrated this concept into its defense planning by ensuring the survival and readiness of its nuclear forces through diversified delivery systems, including land-based missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. This triad system was designed to guarantee that even if one or two components were destroyed in a surprise attack, the remaining forces could still respond effectively. MAD also influenced diplomatic relations, encouraging both superpowers to engage in arms control negotiations to reduce the risk of accidental or intentional nuclear conflict. At the same time, it created a delicate balance of power where fear of total destruction acted as a deterrent to large-scale war. Agreements like the Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, and START aim to limit nuclear weapons and reduce the risks associated with the global arms race, particularly between major nuclear powers such as the United States and the Soviet Union, and later Russia. The Non-Proliferation Treaty, which came into effect in 1970, was designed with three main goals: preventing the spread of nuclear weapons to countries that did not already possess them, promoting peaceful uses of nuclear energy, and encouraging nuclear disarmament among existing nuclear states. Under the NPT framework, nuclear armed states committed to working toward reducing their arsenals, while non-nuclear states agreed not to pursue nuclear weapons development. The Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, START, first signed in 1991, represented a significant step toward actual reduction of deployed nuclear warheads and delivery systems. It required the United States and the Soviet Union to verify and limit the number of intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and heavy bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons. These agreements also introduced extensive verification measures, including inspections and data exchanges, to build trust between rival nations and reduce the possibility of hidden stockpiles. Over time, additional agreements such as New START continued these efforts, reflecting ongoing concerns about global security and nuclear stability. Together, these treaties played a crucial role in slowing the growth of nuclear arsenals, promoting diplomatic engagement, and reducing the likelihood of large-scale nuclear confrontation in an increasingly complex international environment shaped by technological advancement and geopolitical rivalry. The U.S. continues to maintain and modernize its nuclear arsenal for national security as part of its long-term defense strategy in an evolving global security environment. Even after the end of the Cold War, nuclear weapons remain a central element of American deterrence policy, designed to discourage potential adversaries from engaging in nuclear or large-scale conventional aggression. Modernization efforts focus on upgrading aging weapon systems, improving delivery platforms, and ensuring the safety, reliability, and effectiveness of the nuclear triad, which includes land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. These upgrades often involve replacing outdated technology with more advanced systems that enhance precision, security controls, and survivability against emerging threats such as cyber attacks or advanced missile defense systems developed by other nations. The United States also invests in maintaining secure command and control systems to ensure that nuclear forces can be reliably directed under any circumstances, reducing the risk of accidental launches or communication failures. In addition to hardware improvements, modernization includes extending the lifespan of warheads through scientific maintenance programs rather than full-scale nuclear testing, in compliance with international testing bans. Strategic planning continues to adapt to changing geopolitical realities, including the rise of new nuclear-capable states and shifting alliances, which influence how deterrence is structured. The ongoing commitment to maintaining and modernizing the arsenal reflects the belief that nuclear capability remains a critical component of national defense strategy and global power balance. In conclusion, the nuclear program of the United States has evolved from a secret wartime scientific effort into a central pillar of national defense and global strategic balance. Beginning with the Manhattan Project, it introduced atomic weapons to the world and permanently changed the nature of warfare and international relations. During the Cold War, the rapid expansion of the U.S. nuclear arsenal and the development of deterrence strategies, especially mutually assured destruction, shaped decades of geopolitical tension and stability between superpowers. At the same time, concerns over uncontrolled nuclear proliferation led to important international agreements such as the Non-Proliferation Treaty and arms reduction treaties like START, which aim to limit and regulate nuclear weapons while promoting global security cooperation. In the modern era, the United States continues to rely on nuclear deterrence while investing heavily in modernization programs to ensure the safety, reliability, and effectiveness of its arsenal in response to new technological and strategic challenges. Throughout its history, the nuclear program has remained both a symbol of scientific advancement and a reminder of the immense responsibility that comes with possessing such destructive power, influencing global diplomacy, military planning, and efforts toward long-term nuclear stability and risk reduction.